Hey y'all, let's see what the tarot had to say when I asked a pretty simple question. Will Britney Spears get the help that she needs? And the cards that came out tell a story that's not exactly simple, but it is very clear. So the first card is the King of Swords. Now in tarot, the King of Swords usually represents authority. Okay, we're talking about systems, professionals, people who make decisions based on logic and rules, like doctors, lawyers, judges, psychiatrists, institutions, that sort of energy. It's very structured and very controlled. So right away, this card tells me that the situation around her involves authority and systems. People in positions of power that are making decisions from their head more than their heart. Then the next card is the Queen of Wands, and this one is a very different kind of energy. The Queen of Wands is fiery, charismatic, and independent. She's the kind of person who's got a strong personality and a strong sense of self, and someone who thinks they thrive most when they're able to live life on their own terms, which to me would represent Britney. So right there, you already see an interesting dynamic in the cards. You've got the King of Swords, which represents authority and control. And then you've got this Queen of Wands, who represents independence and personal fire. So in tarot, when a king and queen show up together like that, it often means that there are two very different forces interacting with each other. One side is structure and authority, and then the other side is someone with a strong will and a very strong identity. And then the final card in the spread is the Ten of Wands. Now, the Ten of Wands is one of the clearest cards in the deck when it comes to pressure and exhaustion. We saw this in her previous reading as well. It's the card of carrying a heavy load for a long time. It's burnout and having the feeling of so much responsibility or stress piled on that it becomes almost too much to hold. So when you put these three cards together, the story they tell is about the tension between authority and independence that has created a lot of pressure over time. Another thing that I noticed right away is that two of these cards belong to the suit of Wands, which is the suit of fire. Fire energy in tarot is about personality, life force, creativity, and identity. And having two fire cards here suggests that there's someone with a very strong spirit and a lot of personal energy. But the Ten of Wands shows what happens when that fire has been carrying too much weight for too long. It turns into burnout. And something important about the Ten of Wands is that tens in tarot represents the end of a cycle. It's a point where something has reached its limit and can't really continue the same way forever. So as for the question of whether she'll get the help that she needs, these cards don't show a quick or easy answer. You know, the King of Swords says help can come through systems and professionals, but the Queen of Wands shows someone with a fiercely independent nature which can make accepting outside what seems like control very complicated. And the Ten of Wands suggests that the pressure around this situation has built up for a very long time. So the message of the spread isn't that help is impossible, but it's that the situation is layered and complicated, and that real relief likely only comes after a period of carrying a heavy burden for a long time. And that's the story that these cards seem to be telling.